Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall intel. And today's video is just going to be a brief update and reminder, as there is some very good loot as well as some very good farms that won't be returning, I think, this season, that will disappear at tomorrow's reset. So I'm going to run through all of them with you. But before I do, I just want to remind everybody, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways that we do on this channel, and we do on every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. So the first thing is Banshee 44 has a very good grenade launcher. This has explosive light, turnabout, as well as spike grenades. It comes with a range masterwork. If you don't have an explosive light grenade launcher, definitely take the opportunity and pick this one up. There are better ones, but you won't see them as a trait that often, kind of a rare trait. With the spike grenades, it's a good combination, so definitely don't miss out on this one. For today's rolls, we don't have anything too stand out, but just run through all of them pretty quick. Remember, these will all be also rotating tomorrow at reset, and these will all change tomorrow at reset. These will change for the week. These, of course, change every day. The next thing I wanted to discuss, and we're going to head over to Nessus while we do, is a very good weapons farm, a weapons crafting farm, that I believe was only available for this week. And I did talk about it in all the previous videos for this past week. But essentially, there was a buff to weapons crafting. So if you were doing any of the weapons crafting farms, the very popular ones like Shiro Chi, or if you were this week, because it was available on the moon, doing the In the Deep mission farm, perhaps, maybe you were doing the Breakneck farm over on Neptune, as it is Guardian Games, and that is one of the most popular farms for platinum medallions. That won't be leaving us, fortunately. Then you might have noticed that there was this buff. I don't know exactly if it was a 1.8% buff. I believe it was 1.8% on heavy weapons. It is different on special, heavy, and primary weapons. So it was a slight buff all around, anywhere from 1.2 to 1.5%. But if you're looking to craft weapons potentially or level them up quickly, you might want to do that as much as you can in the next 24 hours, because I don't believe that will carry forward into next week. Zur could be found in the Watcher's Grave on Nessus. Definitely recommend picking up the Phoenix Protocol if you don't have it, as it is one of the best exotics in order to get one of the other new exotics to the game over on the EDZ. If you're trying to do the node override for your exotic glaive, and you're trying to do this on the legendary difficulty, remember, this scales for however many people you have in it, based on some notes from my fire team. Big shout out to Sinister again for telling me this strat. The best number of people to do this with, if you can, is 2. And both should run Warlocks if available and use Phoenix Protocol. If you have 3 Warlocks, that'll also work, but the scaling is a little bit more difficult when you have 3 people. But essentially, you use Phoenix Protocol in order to use your Well of Radiance, get kills within a Well of Radiance, as it says, Gain super energy for kills and assists inside Well of Radiance. It doesn't have to be your Well of Radiance. So long as you're getting kills inside a Well of Radiance, you will essentially continually rebuff your own super, and with 2 Warlocks using Well of Radiance, you can essentially just swap back and forth, and you'll have infinite supers and infinite buffs. Infinite defense can help a lot if you're trying to do that at the legendary difficulty. It's a difficult one, I have to say. Of all the exotic missions that we've had, that one is tough, especially since occasionally you get a glitch at the end and it drops you to your home screen right as you're about to defeat the boss. Those who were there with me know what I'm talking about, but that did actually happen. As far as other loot goes, the Queensbreaker, formerly the Queensbreaker bow, not too much of a standout. The Ophidius Faith for the Hunter isn't terrible, but sort of a niche exotic. But definitely pick up this if you don't have it. The other thing that I would definitely suggest picking up, this isn't a bad PvP role on the Chroma Rush, but also the Deafening Whisper is a really good role just because it's a wave frame grenade launcher, which always come in handy, and it has auto-loading holster. So this is really what you want for a grenade launcher for PvE. It also comes with a blast radius masterwork, as well as explosion rounds, surplus, volatile launcher, and linear compensator. I always say that incorrectly. So definitely pick this up if you don't have one, if you're looking for a good void wave frame grenade launcher, and why wouldn't you be? As far as the armor goes, I just remember that the Hunters had a pretty good role on the chest piece. Nothing too standout for the Dead Man's Tail. The Hawkmoon, I think, was a very good PvP role, just because it has almost 100 aim assist, 93 aim assist, hipfire grip, and polymer grip. So pick it up if you're looking for a good PvP role. The other things that we'll be leaving tomorrow, of course, for the Crucible, Trials of Osiris will be leaving tomorrow. Supremacy will also, I believe, be leaving tomorrow. Trials of Osiris was awarding the hand cannon. I can't remember exactly the name of it at the moment, the last rendition, but it was the hand cannon from Trials of Osiris, so if that was something you were chasing. It's a 140 hand cannon. Over at the Vanguard, this week's Nightfall and GM Nightfall was the Arms Dealer. Very old strike, though it did go through some changes, and a lot of the old cheeses were apparently taken out. So, little unfortunate, not quite as farmable as it was, though still a good farm. Unfortunately, it was the Malicious Birthright grenade launcher this week, which I really haven't found a reason to use over maybe some other grenade launchers. It can roll with blinding grenades, which are good, but other than that, I think there's some better options. Of course, do this if you're looking for some exotic gear or some Nightfall ciphers for potentially weeks ahead. Of course, Ascendant Shards. And today's Legendary Lost Sector is Excavation Site 12 over in the EDZ, one of the easier Legendary Lost Sectors to complete. It's awarding exotic head armor, probably not the thing most people are chasing, but remember that you can still do the inventory glitch with exotic Ingrams from Legendary Lost Sectors, or really any activity, but Legendary Lost Sectors probably are the best one to use it. And essentially, all this means is you have to have on your person a full inventory of Ingrams. So over on your inventory screen, all these need to be filled out. They can be filled out with any kind of Ingram. Legendary Ingrams, Bright Ingrams even work. Anything that isn't decrypted, Prime Ingrams, they just have to be full. When this is full, all Ingrams get sent to your postmaster. They get sent there undecrypted, so they get sent there as an engram rather than the exotic piece of gear or would-be piece of gear that you would get from that legendary lost sector. If you hadn't noticed, when you complete the legendary lost sector, normally you'll get the exotic as a rolled piece of gear on whatever it is that day. But if it gets sent to your postmaster, it stays as that engram, and you can decrypt it on a different day. So if tomorrow's legendary lost sector is awarding boots versus chest armor or head armor, I could farm today because it's easier, and then decrypt them tomorrow, and it will use tomorrow's legendary lost sector as the sort of the finder for whatever loot is being awarded. So all those engrams, those exotic engrams that are in your postmaster, will then be able to be decrypted into that day's loot. So you can essentially save them and decrypt them on the day that you want. But in any case, if that's something you're looking for, maybe you are looking for exotic armor, head armor, it's a good legendary lost sector to farm all around. The other things that we'll be leaving, of course, are the In the Deep mission. So if you were doing this farm, it's going to be gone tomorrow for 3 weeks, though there are some better farms. I'm sure most people are more focused on Guardian games and farming excuse me, the Breakneck mission. I'm going to hear about that in the comments. And then we have the Pit of Heresy was the weekly dungeon. So if you were looking for an easy boss farm for some very good rolled, though not artifact armor, rolls on some good and easy boss encounter, Pit of Heresy was there. And then this week's raid was the Vault of Glass. And that's going to conclude all the information in today's video. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Hopefully you found something in this video informational and helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. Remember, you can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And if you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Lightfall or a hashtag Guardian Games, because that's still going on, or a hashtag Leaving Soon, perhaps, just for fun, in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, we will see you next time. Little